The grammar school question. Clearly, obviously, all those words I hate. Superficially, to me, it's clear that grammar schools are wrong. They're not fair, and they don't seem to be a fix for the problems that we have. But as often is the case in politics, the saying that the evidence and the experts and the surveys and so on that prove they do not work and show that it's folly to use them, don't really engage with the people who want them and what they see as true, regardless of any expert opinion. What they see as true for themselves as self-evident. These points don't engage with. So when you say, so I have no knowledge of all these surveys and opinions about the problems of grammar schools. But in my mind's eye, I can see from the point of view of the grammar school fan that clearly it does to some extent aid social mobility. It does in some extent lead to better educated people and therefore a better educated populace. Now, this is self-evident truth. So you can't just slap down these ideas with because to somebody who sees this self-evident truth, they know that reports are framed in their own context and can somehow be motivated to yield the answer of the author and originator of the report. So they're unpersuasive. You have to accept that, but the point is to meet these people on bigger, larger issues. The point is you have to concede that yes, having grammar schools is like the issue of the sinking of the Titanic and the casualties therein. Yes, it's like some of those boats, all those empty boats, some of them went back in and pulled selectively some people out of the water. This is true if you was an advocate, but it doesn't really get to the whole problem of that, the whole population of survivors who got privileged positions in the lifeboats didn't really endeavour to fill, those lifeboats. It doesn't really get to that problem, and it doesn't really get to the problem that there weren't enough lifeboats in the beginning. So yes, making a grammar school will fish out some poor people and give them a special education. And to the degree that you increase the size of the people, the catchment of people getting this better education, we can intuit that it will have that effect. But it does nothing for the real big problem of education, of an obligation to provide quality educational opportunities to everybody. I have a shit school in my neighbourhood, say. It's kind of true. It's been shit for generations upon generations. It's seen little improvements and this, that, and the other, but by and large we can say it's pretty shit. Now, in the context of this overbearing responsibility of government, you can see it as completely analogous to the sinking Titanic analogy. Whereas if it's kind of the destiny of my child or the people in my neighbourhood to fall in the bottom 20% of achievers, and it's not for the fault of the child, but the histrionics of the background of the parents not being able to supplement the child's education, culturally not putting importance on education, and so on and so forth. Yet those children have potential, but fall in this lower 20%. You understand that the boats that are coming back to save people are never even going to look at those people who are worthy in their own rights of receiving a good education. And the idea of extracting the best people out of this shitty school isn't really going to help that school. So it's a more fundamental fairness problem, which the detractors of grammar schools are aware of, I feel. On this morning's Marshaw, Peter, I think he's the brother of, anyway, slips of mind, but he's such a obnoxious snob as a gut reaction that I feel. He points out that we already have selectivism in schools, in terms of we have prosperous areas with expensive housing, and the schools in that area are kind of selecting for wealth rather than ability. And that negates the gut reaction about selectivism, because this is a better system of selectivism on ability rather than wealth, and surely we're all for that. But if you understand the overarching responsibility, the problems of that fairness, and the way selectivism is unfair, even on ability, especially at the young ages, then you understand that this is a childish, silly argument to put forward. It's childish in the sense that you are told at the youngest age that two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, one of the fundamental misgivings in most in political outlooks out there is the idea that meritocracy has won the day, that meritocracy is the end of the ethical story of society. and this is just naive, superficial nonsense, because for whatever merit you select on, it can always be asked, who says those are the merits? Yeah, who says those are the values and the things that are wanted? Anyhow.